Welcome to the Rustic Garden. Today I'm going to talk about when do you feed your seedlings, what do you feed your seedlings, and how do you feed your seedlings. In order to know when to feed them, you have to pay attention to one thing. These are cucumbers. These are the first leaves to come out of the ground, the oval shaped ones, the big leaves. These are not true leaves. So these are the first leaves, and these actually come from the seed embryo. They don't produce photosynthesis from what I understand. They're just the first leaves to emerge. The true leaves are the next leaves to come out. That's the start of a true leaf. That's a bigger true leaf. And then you can see this is starting to look like a cucumber. These are the true leaves. When your seedlings get to the point that they have the true leaves coming out, that's when you want to feed them. Prior to that, the seed itself has enough nutrients to take care of the growing seedling. And just one more, let me give you the example of the tomato. This is a tomato plant, and these first leaves are actually called cotyledons. And again, they do not create photosynthesis. And here are the tomatoes' true leaves coming out right here. And you can see a better example. So as soon as you see these true leaves, the leaves that actually look like the vegetable, that's when you want to feed them. Now, what do I feed them? I feed them different things in different years. If you've seen my videos, you'll hear me talk about different things. So I wanted to go over the products real quick. What you're feeding your seedlings is mostly nitrogen. And just for a review, you're giving them the macronutrients, the main nutrients, which is nitrogen and phosphorus. So you're giving them nitrogen for the leaf growth, and you're giving them phosphorus for root growth. So here's the products that I'll use at different times. You may want to be 100% organic. Yeah, I guess you could be 100%, man-made, but I like to use different things depending on what's available and what I need. This is Organic Choice. It's an organic product, and it's made from beet sugars actually, fermented beet sugars. And this has an 8 in the nitrogen, and you can see nothing for phosphorus. Over here is kelp meal, and let me bring this one closer. It doesn't have really anything for the macronutrients, very low, 0.13, 0.60, nothing for phosphorus. These have the micronutrients, different elements that aren't the main nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. And this is fish emulsion, and that has a 5 and a 1 for nitrogen and phosphorus, and that's for leaf and root development. So what do? What I recommend is any product that you use, and you can see Miracle-Gro, this is man-made, and it has 24, 8, and 16. It really has high numbers and everything. It also has macronutrients, NPK, and it also has micronutrients. So this really does have everything, but it's not an organic product. But I use it at times, and I'll use it again. The key is whenever you make this, whatever you use to make your fertilizer for your seedlings, do it at half strength. And I've made some up already, and basically just follow the label. I used half of the beet, half of the kelp extract, and half of the fish emulsion. And this is my organic product. And one reason that I'm switching to organic is 1, it's effective, 2, it's become a lot cheaper, and 3, I really believe these products do less harm to your soil. But in the same breath, I wouldn't say this is going to kill everything in your garden. Use whatever you can afford, use whatever you like. That's your choice. So this is a combination of fish emulsion, kelp extract, and the fermented beets. Now when I water, I recommend a lot of times, actually every time, do not water the top of your plants. They're susceptible to damping off disease and other diseases. And there's holes always in the bottom of your seed cells. Now typically this tray would be filled up with 9 of these, or let's see, 8 of those. And I just fill, whoa, don't splash. I just fill the tray up just like that. It's a little more than you need for 2. But I always just bottom water. This plant, these cells will absorb the water from the bottom. You can see that this is dry, and very quickly the peat moss, the starting mix, will absorb the water up. Whatever's left after a half an hour, 20 minutes or so, I just pour out. But typically my tray is filled with these cells. So you feed your seedlings when the first leaves come out, and those are the leaves that are right there, and they look like the plant. And you can do this, I want to say 2 or 3 times. Nothing is exact, because once these get to size, I actually then put them into recycled containers like this, or into a styrofoam cup filled with starting mix. And into that goes an organic product I'm using this year, which is a 3-4-4 fertilizer. It has micronutrients in it too. So this will go into the starting mix, and it'll be in the starting mix when I transplant these into cups. So they're going to get nutrients. But while you have them in there, you'll probably have to do this, 2 or 3 times, just to make sure the plants get the nitrogen and phosphorus they need so that their roots and leaves develop. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please check out my blog at www.therustedgarden.blogspot.com, and also check out my YouTube videos. Thanks.